2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. That's a little untidy. Henny, how bad is this lie?
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
This would be a great up and down. If he makes this, he'll save his par. It's got a chance. Yeah, nicely holed. That's a good fight back.
In the bunker with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
He finds himself currently tied for fifth. The second, a short par four, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Lovely effort that. Second shot on the second. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently in fifth place.
Let's take a look at Justin Rose, shall we? Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Getting ready to play their third. Ouch, that hurts. Putting for a par here. Well holed. Let's move on. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Going with the 7. Oh, got unlucky there. This would be a great up and down from this spot. This putt is about 8 feet.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Oh, nice looking putt. Oh, he's up, Tiger. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff. This has a real chance.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Sitting at 1 over, tied for 6th position. This one looks like it's heading left here, Rich. Oh, he's caught up in some branches there. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
That's tiny. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Greens in regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
Playing their fourth shot. 5 shots off the pace. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this one is for bogey. Job done. Let's head to the next. And now over to Justin Rose.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
It's heading to the rough for mine. This next shot coming up from the sand. Got a bit out of shape. This one shouldn't find the cut stuff. That's a heavy lie this player has drawn.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. What's in front of them, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. Got to try and save the par here. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
For the par. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. And here we are with the third shot. 5 shots off the lead. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's sitting there just in third place.
This is an extremely long putt. He might even have to hinge on this one.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And a par putt awaits him. Oh, just missed. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Looks good.
And that'll be a bogey. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Yeah, nicely played. A chance to get amongst the action of the top 20 if this putt drops. And this one is for his par. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. The par 5 ninth is a monster, over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here.
Hitting it over here in the first place was just awful. I would blame his caddy.
That's nicely done. Getting ready to play their third. This looks to be heading to the green. Oh, that's well played. And a chance for birdie here at the 9th.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And he'll move into the top 10. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
These rivals, there's nothing between them, is there? It's been entertaining so far. I'm interested to see how they attack the back 9 and who, if either of them, comes out on top.
Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous swing. This shot from the first cut of rough. Chosen the pitching wedge here. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
A bit short with that effort.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
Yeah, good bunker shot there. Nothing left for the par.
5 feet coming up to the cup.
If they sink this putt, they'll pull ahead of Justin Rose. Let's see if they can ramp up this rivalry.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Yeah, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Yep, you'll take that. Currently at 4 over for the tournament.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Taking aim from about 180 yards here. 4 strokes off the lead. That's some good golf right there. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. A par putt awaits. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Now 4 back after that hole. All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Oh, dear. Can he get out of here?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Keep focused on that flag while playing to this elevated green.
This one heading to the bunker.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
This is their 5th shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Here's their 6th shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. This putt from around 18 feet. Was on a good line. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. We have a par 4 on this one. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
And here we are with the third shot. Well, that was a bit of a wild swing. Probably be a similar result too. Time now for the fourth shot. Playing their fifth shot. A double bogey putt in front of them. Go on, get in the hole. Ah, that's frustrating. And this next putt is for triple bogey. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. Not bad. This shot from around the 200-yard marker. Is that what they had in mind?
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
This putt for par here. Get excited. This could go in. This is a bogey putt coming up. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. 16th, the last of the par threes on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That's a pretty handy shot.
And wow, what an approach. That was a golf shot. Justin Rose may be feeling a bit of pressure in this rivalry after that performance.
Hey, nice looking line. You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. Sitting at 10 over for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
This one's headed out of bounds. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, that's a wild one. This one's heading over the stakes. Time for the fifth shot. Oh, well played. From around 180 yards out. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. It looked a little wayward. And here's their seventh shot. Well, they've found the bunker, but a chance to maybe save from there. Playing this shot from the sand. He's back on the surface, happy to have the flat stick in hand. Ooh. And unfortunately, the shot limit has been reached on this hole, and this player is going to move on to the next. This is Justin Rose. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Playing from around 190 yards out. Going with the 7. Is this one heading into the sand? A bit wild on approach there.
Greens and regulation have not been in order today. They need to improve on this.
Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. And that brings to an end his event. Well, Rich, it's fair to say that this player didn't quite have their best stuff this week.
Tough tournament all around for this player. Better days ahead for them, I'm sure.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thanks, Luke. Hi, Rich. Yeah, there will be fireworks out there today, let me tell you. These two players have been going back and forth at each other on social media. They have something to prove out on this golf course today.
He's a kind fella, isn't he? He's a lovely gent, but he's a killer on the golf course. This is going to be a tough rivalry to take down. Well, you're in the hands of the tree gods now. Rich, a little bit of undulation change here at the opening hole.
The ball will be below the player's feet on this approach to the first green, so they need to take that into consideration. You might want to play for a little bit of a slice shot.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Unable to find the green on this one.
When you come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Okay, Henny. What's he looking at with this putt?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold. What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Well, the old hammerhands putt. 11 feet to the cup. Facing early adversity there after opening up with a bogey.
Not what they're looking for. A little nervy out there so far.
He's in a share of 9th place. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Quality shot, that one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got the big 200 all the way back to this pin.
Going with the 6-iron here.
This one headed left in a hurry.
Sadly in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. "14 feet to the cup."
Little birdie look in here.
This one has eyes for the hole. Okay, steady now. Big putt for par coming up. Sitting at 1 over for the day. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Oh, great swing there. Second shot here on the third. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out. This putt to try and save their par.
Oh, so close. It's just about 3 feet away. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And now over to Justin Rose.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. He's currently tied for 11th. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. 2 over for the day, trying to crack into the top 10. Oh, that was pure. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
If that's the right pace, this should drop. That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
opting for the 5-iron.
Ooh, yeah, no, not where they wanted to go. This one's left.
That's not the outcome they were after. Second shot here on the 5th. How close was that to going down? That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Great touch.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. A bit out of shape with that swing. Got to get the rhythm back. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. And he's safely on the green. This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Par putt coming up here.
Now, this rivalry has been tough all day, but if he holds this, he'll go 1 up on Justin Rose.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. He's currently tied for 10th. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Surely it's going to.
Wow, that's misjudged. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Let's take a look at the current standings. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Sitting at +1 in a share of 9th position. Going with the 8-iron here. It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark. getting ready to play their third. Just 2 shots behind. Let's see if we can make this. Keep the par on the card. It's got a chance. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. I've seen worse looking swings in a playground. Playing to the green well below your feet. It's always nice to see the ball fly to the hole. Opting for the 6-iron. This one looks to be bunker bound, Rich. Not good. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, that one just missed the hole. That is a delightful bunker shot, Beamer. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one. Nice out the rough here.
That was a beauty.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot. Currently on top of this one. And as we continue alongside the beach, the coastline here, it is a spectacular scene, the 10th, isn't it?
It certainly is. I don't know if I love any hole more at Pebble Beach than this one right here. You want to aim down the left-hand side, but avoid those big bunkers. And from there, you want to try and land it short of the green and bounce it on. Anything landing on the green, though, could go shooting over the green and into a nasty spot.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
That's disappointing. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie.
Choosing the 9-iron here. And here we are with the third shot. Sitting at 3 over par. Trying to break into the top 10. Lovely touch. Well played.
Judging it beautifully.
And nicely holed. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Going with the 5-iron here. Whoa, down there, horsey. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 20 feet to the hole.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
That was a gallant attempt. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up this shot from about 120.
Oh, that's a great shot and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th. just didn't drop. And this putt coming up for his par.
They've got this putt to tie Justin Rose.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently one stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Nicely done.
They've played nicely, but no wins next to their name.
Couple of top 5s so far this year, Luke, but hasn't gotten the W yet, but it's close.
They're in the bunker. Got a chance to get up and down. And here we are with their 4th. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
That was wonderfully done. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. And that will drop in for a birdie. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Reach the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
A chance to go under par here if you can just keep the bogeys off the card. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
Well, this could alter the line of the shot. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And back to the play, shall we? And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, just missed. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf. Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of two greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
He looked to have pulled that one. Well, it's a bit disappointing. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Sitting at 6 over for the day. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short third shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
You like that, didn't you? Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Well, that's a pretty good play there, Rich. Right up near the surface.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. That signs off on this player's performance for the day. Another great event. No victory ultimately for this player, but at the end of the day, they're not really concerned because they were able to take down the great Justin Rose.
Absolutely. This player threw down their gauntlet this week to Rosie and beat him. It doesn't feel great sometimes to beat Rosie because he's such a nice guy, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Congratulations to this player on their success. I can't wait to see what they do next on the PGA Tour.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke. I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, or maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. TPC Scottsdale, known for a bunch of birdies, Rich, and you can get right after them here at the first.
A gentle opening hole, second shot, a good opportunity to get your iron play dialed in. Green is very small. Anything missing to the right and to the left will run off into a collection area. However, if your irons are dialed in early, it's a great opportunity to make an opening three.
Putting for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
Couldn't convert after two good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
Handy effort, that one. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Yeah, that was a safe play. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
It was on a good line. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
Putting for birdie here. Is currently tied for fourth. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That doesn't look good, Rich. Bit too far right for my liking. Wow, what happened there?
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Ooh, well, that shot took some serious skill. This putt is for a share of second. And now over to Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that'll catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with a bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Oh, it's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches. Setting up in some very deep rough. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just one stroke back and right in it. That's not what they were looking for.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
That's a touch of class.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
That's well holed. And unfortunately dropping back to even with the card.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Not too sure what they were trying to do with that swing.
Well, this should be unpredictable. Time for the 2nd shot here at the 6th. Where will this one end up? That's a good-looking shot there. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
And a chance to move into a tie for 2nd here. This one's looking good. Wonderful shot. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. And after that hole, the standings have this player in 2nd place, behind Tiger Woods. Going with the hybrid. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. Okay, steady now. This is a par putt. And that putt'll drop. Well done. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Yeah, that one will play. Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at. Their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. And now over to Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Great drive. Let's hope that makes it all the way to the surface. From around 140 yards here, he's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order, but after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
A birdie putt awaits.
It's looking solid.
Super shot that. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Well, here we have it, Rich. This player's tied for the lead with the back 9 to play.
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby. Had a fantastic drive.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. And back to the course with the live action. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Ooh. That'll sting a bit. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. The 11th is a par 4 playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. Well played, mate. Playing this shot from about 180 yards. He shares top spot. Going with the 7. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. He's found the surface. Good chance here. This putt will move them to 3 under par.
This is their look at birdie.
That's frustrating. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. He finds himself in a share of the lead. The 12 for TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Opting for the 5-iron. Splash. Getting ready to play their 3rd. He's currently tied for the lead. Sitting at 2 under. Currently tied for top spot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Couldn't come at a more opportune time as well. Currently 2 back. Make the eagle, tie for the lead.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. And that will take him to 1 under. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Not quite the shot he was wanting. Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, time's up by 10. This is nasty.
Didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
And he needs this to save par.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today. This one's looking good.
Ouch, that hurts. Just a short putt remaining here. Let's take another look at Tiger from earlier. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the stadium hole par 3 16th. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it. That's inside the house of opportunity.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Ooh, just missed that one. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
It's time to check on the leaderboard. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title. Oh, I love the look of that. Couple back, Rich, and had the courage to get after it.
Oh, how about that shot? Taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
Go in. That was a gallant attempt. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. This putt to move into a share of second place.
And then we should make it tied going into the final hole.
The lines aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the day.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the church pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. Well, that should find the bunker. Never easy playing out of those fairway bunkers. Huge chip here. This would force a playoff. And this putt is for a final score of 70. And that will do it for him at this event. And Henning, here we were at the start of this rivalry, doubting they even had the capabilities to take them on, let alone whop them like that.
Luke, that was really incredible stuff. It was a pleasure to walk the fairways and watch that performance, that dominant performance. As you said, we didn't expect a victory, let alone a victory like that.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.